Salesian thought and church renewal. Today, we explore a topic of enduring relevance, Salesian thought and church renewal. I have come to appreciate deeply how Salesian thought, born in the heart of St. Francis de Sales, continues to inspire and renew the church. His vision, rooted in love, gentleness, and the universal call to holiness and practical spirituality, was revolutionary then and is vital now. The first point for reflection: historical context of church renewal. First of all, the turbulent 16th and 17th centuries. The church then faced deep division. The Protestant Reformation shook its foundations. Corruption, declining piety, and alienation plagued the faithful. The Council of Trent worked to reform and strengthen the church, reaffirming her mission. Secondly, St. Francis de Sales, a reformer's heart. In this climate emerged St. Francis de Sales, a bishop, writer, and pastor, offering spirituality that was simple yet profound. He showed that holiness is not distant and reserved for the few, but within reach of all. Thirdly, a Salesian innovation. Francis de Sales, a master of Christian humanism, made holiness ordinary, woven into daily life. His teaching anticipated what Vatican II later proclaimed: every person is called to holiness. The second point for reflection today: core principles of Salesian thought. First of all, the primacy of love. For St. Francis de Sales, love is not a mere feeling. It is the transforming force that unites us with God and with each other. His famous saying still rings true: more flies are caught with a spoonful of honey than with a barrel of vinegar. Gentleness and charity draws hearts far more than harshness. Secondly, gentleness and humility. Jesus himself said, "Learn from me, for I am gentle and humble of heart." Gentleness in the Salesian way is strength under control, approaching others with patience and compassion, building bridges rather than walls. Thirdly, the universal call to holiness. Francis de Sales broke the stereotype of holiness being only for priests and nuns. Whether farmer, merchant, parent, student, or ruler, each person can become a saint by living faithfully where God has placed them. Fourthly, practical spirituality. He gave concrete guidance: daily prayer, frequent sacraments, meditation, and virtues lived out in the ordinary moments. His approach makes holiness attainable, not abstract. The third point for reflection today is Salesian thought as a catalyst for renewal. First of all, fostering inclusivity. Francis welcomed everyone, rich or poor, learned or simple. His openness teaches the church to be a home for all, mirroring the mercy of God. Secondly, emphasizing personal holiness. When each believer strives for holiness, the church is renewed from the inside out. Salesian thought places responsibility for renewal not only on leaders but on every member of the body of Christ. Thirdly, promoting lay spirituality. Francis was a pioneer in empowering the laity. By giving them tools and encouragement, he equipped them to live their baptismal mission in the marketplace, the home, and society. Fourthly, encouraging dialogue and reconciliation. In Chablais, Francis patiently engaged with Protestants, never with hostility, but with gentle persuasion. His example urges us toward respectful dialogue in today's divided world. Fourth point for our reflection today: practical applications for today. First of all, pastoral ministry. Pastors and ministers can follow the Salesian model. Meet people where they are, speak with compassion, use short, heart-centered messages even through social media. Let love, humility, and adaptability be your hallmark. Secondly, education and formation. Teachers and formators can integrate Salesian values, teach virtue alongside knowledge, encourage a faith lived in daily choices, model gentleness and patience. Thirdly, social outreach. In serving the poor and marginalized, recognize their inherent dignity, address both material needs and spiritual hunger, let charity be practical and personal. Fourthly, personal spiritual growth. For each of us, pray and meditate daily, accept ourselves as God's creation placed in our circumstances for a reason. Live faithfully in the little duties of our life. The fifth point for reflection today: why Salesian thought still speaks today. First of all, spirituality for our time. Our world is hungry for kindness, connection, and meaning. Salesian spirituality offers gentleness instead of aggression, mercy instead of judgment. Secondly, a vision of hope. Francis de Sales assures us God's love is always available. Holiness is always possible. This hope is essential in an age of conflict and cynicism. Thirdly, a legacy that transforms. His writings and example continue to change lives, helping people grow in faith, strengthen families, and bring Christ into their workplaces and communities. To conclude, embrace the Salesian vision. Salesian thought is timeless. It offers a path for renewal through love, gentleness, the call to holiness, and practical living. If we embrace this vision, we will see a church more inclusive, more compassionate, more vibrant. Let us each take up this call, not only to admire St. Francis de Sales, but to live his wisdom. May our homes, parishes, and communities reflect that same gentle strength and boundless charity. Let us become, in his words, who we are and be that well, for the glory of God and the good of our neighbor. Live Jesus.